This is going to be a very confusing episode for people watching.
Why?
I think we need to like make sure we have like your names under the.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, Eshaan, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of.
Hang on. What do you mean by that, Eshaan? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's just I just want to make sure that people can tell you apart.
This is the most racist thing ever.
No, it's because you're both hench boys.
Well, no,
That's what you
It's
mean.
what it is because you're hench. You're like hench big boys.
You mean
you're both intimate and fast and stuff.
you couldn't even say that right.
Shame is delicious.
Oh, come on!
Schoolboy error that.
I don't understand what's even playing.
Alice's phone has just gone off. A song is playing.
It's weird to hear a ringtone.
Was that a ringtone?
I don't hear.
It was like some weird Instagram shit.
Was it a ringtone or a song?
Are you like that as well?
I'm silent. Everything's
I've
silent.
had my phone on silent for so long, and then a little while ago, I accidentally, I must have switched it back to normal.
Yeah.
And it started ringing. I just started in my living room freaking out. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, ringtones, I find they're weird now.
Hold on, we'll come back to that. Do you want to introduce our guest?
Oh, I'm so excited to introduce our guest. He's one of my favourite people in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Nabil Abdul Rashid. It is absolutely brilliant to have him.
How do you get more racist?
It's Emmanuel Sonubi! So excited to have you. How are you, brother?
I was okay. Then I sat down next to you.
Wow.
And I thought we were friends, and
Yeah.
I need to rethink my standards now.
You and Eshaan do have quite an interesting relationship.
Oh, we've got a horrid relationship. It is.
You're both together, kind of children.
Yeah, it's toxic.
Yeah,
You should hear our phone conversations.
Oh, they're bad. I think there's not a lot worse than our WhatsApp chat conversation. It is horrid.
Does Eshaan often sort of try out racial humour with you?
No. Then it's not racial
So
humour.
I'm the racial humour
No,
one.
right.
Okay,
So
cool.
you've got the good one. You've got the racial humour.
Yeah, I've got the good
What I
one.
get is just racist comments. So there's no humour
There's a
about
difference
it.
with racism and jokes.
Oh, I get the
Yeah.
setup and the punchline.
Yeah.
You just get hatred.
Yeah. So think of my one as being the that's where he comes up with the content and then does it on you. But it's I'd say because it sounds bad on his part.
Yeah.
It is equally as
Yeah.
horrid.
Oh yeah. You've got to give and take a little bit.
Sometimes I just call him to say horrid stuff.
Yeah. He gets EDL, you get Britain First. Do you know what I mean? Britain First is funny.
Britain First. Yeah. EDL's like a political movement. Britain's First was just a bunch
What a Facebook
bunch
page.
of guys in Cornwall.
Yeah, exactly. Emmanuel, how you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. It's been a fun, amazing year.
Have you finished your tour?
Just finished the first one, getting ready to start working on the second one now. That'll start next year, and that will kick off pretty much Edinburgh. So this is the month to get that work.
Our favourite thing during the tour. So Emmanuel and I went on tour at a similar time.
Yeah.
And we were playing
Mine was
similar
better.
venues.
What? Nothing. Gone.
We were playing similar venues. Mine were more full. And
They weren't.
what would happen is every time I went to a venue, there'd be a little flyer
Yeah.
of Emmanuel shows, or you'd see a flyer of mine,
Yeah.
and we would record us taking the flyer and throwing it in the bin,
Funny.
or shredding it as I did.
No, don't all shredding it. That was just you.
Yeah, that was me.
Right. So there was,
Yeah.
it was all throwing them in the bin, or
Yeah.
just like I'd see him on the screen. I'd film myself turning the screen off,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there was one. He sent me this video with no context. I'm stood with other people watching it as well, and it's just him deadpan, like no expression, just taking all of my flyers off and just putting them all in the shredder. And I've got people sitting going, "Why would he do that? That is."
Yeah.
He is horrible.
What kind
And
of
I was
friend
I was
is
like,
he?
he is really horrible. He's not a friend.
And then we had the same tour promoter, Amy,
Yes.
and we're both fighting over Amy's affections.
Well, he is.
Fair enough.
and
Sounds like Emmanuel's already won.
no, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Because what we do is Amy and I, or Amy and Emmanuel, will take a picture, selfie, just put the middle finger up, and send it to the other person.
Nice.
So the last one was you and John Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wins. Who was yours with?
Mine was at the O2.
Oh, okay. Was Mickey there?
No.
I still give it to Emmanuel.
Really?
So, yeah.
Surely me on stage at the O2 giving it
that
to...
could have been a Make-A-Wish or something like that.
Yeah, that could have been a
Doesn't
green.
mean anything.
Can you imagine going to all that effort for
That could have been a green
You
screen.
could have, what you didn't see is 3 minutes after was him getting thrown out for being there for the wrong
That's
place.
true.
Was you opening for John Bishop?
No, we were at a birthday party together, which again beats yours
That's way better.
because it's not like.
Whose birthday?
Don't worry about
Oh
it.
no!
You
Look
weren't-
at his face.
No,
He's
you
like,
weren't-
he's got other friends, has he?
Don't worry. It was just John, a few producers, a couple of people from commission. Don't worry about
Whose
it, man. You
birthday
were
is
I kind of want to know too.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
He knows where all the parties are. So the fact that he doesn't even know this
I
happened.
did not know this one. Funny you mentioned John. I did his podcast 2 days ago. John Bishop's one.
Has he got a podcast?
Yeah. For I think it's like Amazon. Really nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
Really down to earth. Talked about comedy a lot. So I can only imagine the sort of laughs and yucks you two are having together.
He's so much fun. I mean, you might meet him, but he was so he's a really nice guy.
He's really down to earth. What kind of cake was there? This is all I care about.
So this was the first time I'd had it was vegan cake, and it was really nice. And I know just because it says vegan on it,
In fairness, I feel like they're slowly pulling it out the bag.
yeah. There's a lot of plant-based products that I will still choose over meat alternatives,
Yeah, I'm
just because
with
they
that.
have got a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't think they've sorted the cheese yet.
No, they've not sorted the cheese. So the plant-based
Better.
ones that I like, you've got the Linda McCartney, her burgers.
No,
are
don't
actually
My
like
very-
mum loves that Linda McCartney. So burgers and her sausage.
I think it was
Yeah, the
Stella.
Stella McCartney?
I think it was who does the sausage?
Linda.
What does
Linda.
Stella do?
It's her daughter.
She designs clothes for like Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Well, she did a whole Adidas
right.
range.
Yeah, no wonder when he went to Iceland. Can I get those Stella McCartney? Look at that.
These are expensive burgers.
The only vegan vegetarian sausages I like are the Richmond vegetarian ones.
They're very nice.
They're very nice.
They're
That's because they
really
just
nice.
taste like crap sausages.
Yeah.
As they
Perfect.
should do. That's what I want from that type of sausage.
But also, I fundamentally disagree with that whole concept.
Of what?
Vegans making sausages.
Well, no, but sausages isn't meat; it's a process.
No,
is-
making
Yeah.
sausage or bacon or any of these fake alternatives.
So
Right.
you can
You're
say
vegan.
bacon substitute, but if it's like so a sausage
Yeah,
is it's not necessarily meat. That's the process of what you're eating.
you're not sausaging something.
Oh my,
It's not you can't sausage.
it's a
A
sausage.
sausage is a product.
Yeah, but it's the process of how
It's
it's
a
made.
tube of food.
Sausaging is not a process.
But a sausage necessarily isn't meat because you've got chicken sausages, you've got pork. You can make
Yeah,
anything into
but-
a sausage.
No, but you
I'll
can't.
make you into a fucking sausage.
I think people would pay to watch that.
I'm just sitting here smiling. And you're talking over what a sausage is and the process of a sausage. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That I thought a sausage was sort of that. You know what? I didn't run out of batteries.
I could see your brain just winding down. Going,
A sausage. There's
okay, you can make anything into a sausage.
Yeah,
Cauliflower.
oh, fine.
No, but no, that's not a
But
sausage.
that
is
would be
it?
that would be a vegetarian, like a vegan sausage then, if it's cauliflower in it.
because just leave the sausages to the meat. Do your own thing.
What about? So
Do
I
your-
can't digest meat.
Right.
Like I don't eat it by choice, but I can't digest it. So why are you taking away the nice alternatives?
I'm not.
You are.
By
No,
all
It sounds
means-
like you are. Sounds
You
like you
are.
are.
You are.
But the sausages were never designed for you, right? They
So
were
you're
never
saying?
Wow.
So what about burgers?
yeah, not designed for you.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Really?
These shapes belong to meat.
Did you say to meat or to me?
To me, both. So those shapes belong to meat, right?
Yeah.
Come up with your own shapes, right? If you're so good and clever,
What, as-
vegans at like making plant proteins and whatever, make your own fucking shapes. No one's had a rhombus shaped patty.
By this token, could you not say sausages are not designed for you?
Where do you stand on square
Like,
sausage?
Yeah, but yeah, square sausage. That's a thing.
Square sausage,
Yeah.
also meat.
So we can't have squares either.
So the shape becomes relevant now because it's the process of how you prepare it.
Can I just say, this is the deepest we've ever got on the show, isn't it? This is the deepest we've ever got on this podcast, ever.
Yeah. I think vegans should just do their own thing and stop stealing sausages.
Have you ever had like a vegan meal?
Yeah.
Are you really just concerned about supply?
What do you mean?
Well, you're concerned about the vegans taking the food away.
No, they can't take my. I'm not going to eat vegan food.
Well, see,
I like how you nearly went, they can't take my food away. you said that like
First they came for my food, and I said nothing because I'm not a vegan.
You've talked about eating vegan sausage rolls before.
see, even that, I don't call those vegan sausage rolls. I call them plant-based sausage rolls. It's the only thing I get very pedantic about is the difference between plant-based and vegan, because veganism is an ideology, whereas plant-based is a dietary choice. So I can't call it a vegan sausage roll when you've got that next to a meat sausage roll. You're not really the best vegan then, are you?
Plant-based sausage roll is just vine leaves.
When you say veganism is an ideology, it does make it sound much more extreme in my head.
I would love to see how extreme that would get, though, as well. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Veganism.
Like vegan terrorism.
I mean, vegan terrorism to you is them enjoying sausages. That's vegan terrorism
That's
to you.
it for him.
Yeah.
And squares.
Yeah, I don't. The shapes aren't for them. And I'll die. I'm happy to die on that hill.
Yeah, you're happy to die on that hill?
Yeah.
I like how we've found your level.
Yeah.
Vegan. So what kind of shapes you want to have? Like fucking zigzag?
There's
He wants
so
a
many
rhombus.
shapes.
That's what he
Yeah,
wants.
a rhombus.
Turkey Twizzler, right?
Fire.
Absolute fire.
Love the turkey twizzler.
Brilliant. How come you like turkey Twizzlers, but all the other food shit you've got issues with? You got lots of issues with food.
What do you mean? Turkey twizzlers? I grew up on beige food.
Right. Would you accept a vegan Twizzler?
Yeah, because I don't think I enjoy it for the turkey necessarily. It's the taste.
twizzle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Alice
twizzle.
says, I'm here for the twizzle.
Yeah, with a twizzle.
Like, can you twizzle that?
Okay.
You feel better now?
No, I don't.
I feel like we're never going to get past this for the rest
I
of
don't
the
know how we're going to
podcast.
get past this at all. So, Emmanuel, you're here. We're very happy to have you.
Thank you.
We are good friends and we talk fairly frequently.
Well, I wouldn't call us that.
Social.
And often when we have conversations, you're in public, I'm in public, and you don't really shy away from saying the things you want to say.
Yeah.
I think that's partly because you know that no one's really going to say anything to you.
No, do you know what? It's not even that, because even...
He's just on the phone. I dare someone to say something to me right now.
this is what I think. And no, shut up on the train.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
like it's more. I think everyone's opinion's worth listening to, whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, it's just everything's really boring.
that's true.
I will fight. I'll go against that. The last 10 minutes of the sausage vegan. It was. I appreciate your opinion, but it was still boring.
I think it was.
The thing is, like, now you know that's boring. You didn't know it was boring before. And that's what, like, even if I have a conversation with someone that I don't agree with, at least at the end of that conversation, I now know that I don't agree with you. Or
Right.
I'm more solid in what I thought was right in the first place.
Yeah,
So I'm quite happy to have that open. And plus, when you're open with people, like, I know where I stand now. Like, you think with you and I know where I stand with you because of all the horrid things we've said to each other's faces.
Yeah.
There is something to be said about that when you can sort of say whatever you like with a friend.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about. Because it's always weird when you have that friend and you say something and they go, "Oh wow, do you really mean that?" And you go, "No,
Yeah.
Of course I
This
don't.
is what
Yeah.
we
Do you know,
do."
my favourite is when we explain it to other people at the time. Like there was a couple of years ago at the Fringe, we said some jokes to each other which were
this is
terrible.
bad. This is
Like
bad.
they were bad, and we were like laughing, and then there was another comic that came up who was like, "What are you guys laughing at?" And we explained what we were laughing about to him, and he just stood there. I was like, "I don't know."
And his reaction made us laugh.
Was the other comment white?
Yeah.
Yeah, always, yeah. Me and Masai Graham, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
And the white comics around going, "Ooh."
Yeah, his reaction made us laugh even harder.
Yeah, because he was like, I think I should laugh, but if I do, is that bad?
Am I co-signing this? Am I co-signing this?
So I wanted you here because, as a friend,
When you do it like that,
Yeah, you do that, I know. You really did.
as a friend.
now I've always loved you, and because of your life,
Yeah,
like the fact that you grew up in a house with mainly women, all sisters.
yeah.
Yeah, you're a small man. What, when it comes to things like shame,
Yeah,
is that you grew up in a Nigerian household?
yeah.
Is shame something you feel?
Well, for growing up in a Nigerian household.
Literally, the way you worded it, I know. I'm glad you picked up on that. You might grow up in a Nigerian household. Do you feel shame?
Yeah, do you? About that?
Do you know what? When it when it comes to things like shame, and it sort of, for me, it's like another synonym of embarrassment. And I don't really get embarrassed. So I know
And
there's
no one can
things...
tell if you get embarrassed either.
No.
I know. No one can tell you get embarrassed. He's loving it because he knows that we're the two guys he can do this to.
And he's sitting there acting like he can play Casper or something. Out of all the angels I know, you are definitely the darkest side of that one.
Ramesh is darker than me.
Yeah, but he's Sri Lankan. They're always darker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shout out Sri Lanka. Anyway, where were we?
I guess I don't really feel shame in the way that a lot of people feel shame. Like, I understand that there's stuff that I've done that I know I should feel shame for.
Like what?
But all right, I'll tell you the most disgusting one because I've put this in a set.
Is it before you say is it worse than paying for Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, that's.
I paid for Twitter, and these guys in here acted as if
you pay for Twitter.
I paid for. I did.
You know
pay, I don't
when he
pay
was charging
for,
£8 a month
For what?
Twitter Blue.
I did pay for it.
I don't know what that means. Oh, is that
Yeah.
Is that the
cool,
verified
Yeah,
thing?
the cool blue Twitter. I paid for that. Yeah.
Have you still pay for it now?
I don't anymore. I actually got rid of my Twitter and joined Threads.
Threads. I've heard of Threads. Hey, Darren, what is Threads?
Hey, Threads, do you like Instagram, but you want to like type and stuff? Threads.
It's essentially it, pretty much, isn't it?
I don't like Threads.
I know you don't like Threads because you're doing all right on Twitter. You don't want to join Threads with all the cool kids.
It's not
You
even the
loser.
Twitter thing, it's
Threads
just-
rules, dude.
Threads is
Threads.
just Threads is just too close to like all my Bengali cousins and the stuff that they get involved.
Hold
in.
on, we'll come back to Threads. Let Emmanuel finish.
Yeah, so my one is just it's just disgusting. Like, and again, I knew I should feel shame about it, but
I don't think you made him feel more ashamed about the pay for Twitter.
Yeah, we'll come back to that though because I'm not.
so I'm just like that's. But I get why you'd want, especially with what we do, why you'd want that because it does help.
Oh my god!
Like I get it. Does mean like I wouldn't.
Right, tell us your story.
I wouldn't do it because I'm cheap.
That was the most pissed off like TV presenter I've ever seen. You perfectly timed it. I went, tell us your story. That was really funny.
Oh God. So, but the thing is, now that you said about the Twitter thing, I'm thinking I've misjudged what we were talking about when we said shame. I'm I should dial this back.
To me, I don't think it's shameful at all. But they acted as if it was the most shameful thing ever. So whatever your story is, don't worry.
Okay, so basically, and again, this is about to be public because it's going to go into the new show. But I went out drinking one night, woke up in the middle of the night, and with a lot of things, I can be very, very lazy. And basically, I needed to go to the toilet. But I really couldn't be bothered to get out of my bed and go. But I remind the toilet is like outside.
Wait, and a toilet to do what though? Is it one or two?
Take a piss.
All right.
So the toilet at this part where I was living in a flat share was like pretty much outside my bedroom door. I just couldn't be bothered to get up. And I thought, you know what? I'll just hold it till the morning. Then I looked down and there was a carton of apple juice that I'd recently finished. And I thought, sweet. So I pissed in that. Went back to sleep. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's much worse than you think because you're thinking the next morning.
Yeah.
No. This is a solid 3 days later where I've then gone out again and then I've completely forgotten what I'd done because I was drunk when I did it. I've forgotten again and I've come back and I've now woke up in the morning. And do you know when you wake up and you're just like,
No,
you've got dry mouth.
No,
and I was like, I can't be bothered to get up.
No.
And I was like, oh, apple juice.
No.
I'd forgotten what I did. And then the first swig, I was like, this tastes like piss. And then the second swig, I was like, oh, this is piss.
Sorry,
You're
there was a
pissing this.
second
And then the
swig.
third swig, I was like, why are you drinking this?
3 swigs.
And I was like, oh, it was...
What are the chances, though, that it's the one drink that is coloured the same
No,
as
no,
piss?
but-
Yeah.
It's literally this. I mean, So, Aaron, let me just.
Wait.
I don't drink apple juice now.
Wait, so it's a carton. So I'm assuming the carton.
Yeah, you've got a taste for
you
piss
couldn't
now.
See it.
Yeah, you can't
Was
see
it a
it.
see-through? Okay. But why did you take 3 swigs?
Because you got to be sure, Eshaan.
The first swig, I wasn't, like, have you ever drunk anything where your brain tells you it's something else?
Yeah, then I'll throw it in the bin.
No, but then is it like there's times I've had like someone's given me a cup of Coke, and then the first week I'm like, this is horrible. And I go, oh, it's because it's Dr. Pepper, not Coke. It was that kind of thing. My taste, I was like, this doesn't taste like apple juice.
I'd probably rather drink piss than Dr. Pepper, to be fair.
We'll
and
pick
no
that
one
up in a bit.
sips out of a carton. You gulp, didn't you?
Okay, so you took one gulp.
Yeah.
Your brain went, this tastes like piss.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not apple juice. Maybe it's piss.
Yeah.
But also,
So let me just drink it.
but in fairness to Emmanuel, he doesn't know what piss tastes like. So that initial first taste is like, what is this wild taste? Let me try that. I get that part of it.
When I said it tastes like piss, I meant in the way that people make really crazy comparisons. Like, this tastes like shit.
yeah. Oh, okay.
So it was like that. And then you go, it is piss.
This tastes like shit. Wait, this is actually shit.
The third one was like, what are you doing? Like, put it down.
In his defense, though, he had just watched the Bear Grylls documentary and he was just trying to live that life.
Because they say you can't drink piss.
Of course you can.
You can drink piss.
I've been on a rugby tour. You can drink anything.
All right, that's a...
There must have been.
Just touch it. It's pants. Yeah.
Proper bands there.
Wait,
Right.
so we're missing, like, the beginning part. Why don't you just go to the toilet?
Oh, it was long, wasn't it? I had to get up. I had to put clothes on.
Also, pissing in a carton, wouldn't you be worried that you're going to spill over? And
No, you got to get it. You get it close.
No, but what if it
fills up and it's...
Yeah.
I always feel like if I'm bursting for a piss...
Let's empty this.
If I'm bursting for a piss, I always feel like it's gonna spill out.
It's a risk. It's a risk you got to take.
I mean, I
I
guess
think
a
a
risk.
litre of piss is a lot.
Yeah, I sometimes do pisses that go on for fucking ages.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like in a bragging way? That was a weird. Like, look at me.
I've got a big bladder.
Yeah, my
do.
stream is powerful,
It
y'all.
is really.
And that's went up to 45 minutes.
Yeah, dude, that's true.
That's how
I
blood,
also
isn't it?
do you have this thing with piss where when you get
That's a
close-
great segue, by the
Yeah.
way.
You know-
You have this thing with piss.
There's this piss where whenever you're close to your house,
Yeah.
Yeah.
your bladder goes, we have to go.
Do you know what? It's not even like just like for a piss. It's like when you need a shit as well. The closer you get to your house,
Yeah.
and your arsehole just starts going.
Yeah.
No, I think I've
Like
got
that.
good.
Yeah.
I don't really get it with shits. I get it with piss though. As soon as
Yeah.
I put that key in the door, oh!
Yeah. I'm at my station. I'm like, it is go time. There have been a couple of occasions. Where I haven't
I
quite
now
made it.
just don't put myself into that situation, so I'm going for a piss beforehand.
Just so you know, PSA to everyone out there: most men, our boxers are a bit damp by the time we get home,
Yeah, most
and
of the time.
also we don't always know when we finished pissing.
No, because we're not like, I know women use like tissues and stuff. We
Yeah.
don't really, we just,
We shake, and then afterwards we're like, oh, I think there's a bit left.
there's boxes to do. There's a reason why we always have to wear underwear.
Yeah,
Because if we don't wear underwear, it'd be yellow in the front, brown in the back.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, not brown because we wash, so it's not brown in the back.
Oh yeah, you guys wash.
Do
yeah.
Nigerians wash?
Wash what? Your arsehole?
Do Nigeria? Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't wash their arsehole?
No, but like
Caribbeans.
after every
Caribbeans.
shit.
after every shit.
Yeah, they got the bottle that they carry and they sort of.
I wash after.
No,
every
that's
shit.
no.
Just
Wash
wild.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
wash
if
it.
he's in a public, he doesn't shit in a public
I don't
toilet.
shit in public anyway.
But he has to use
Oh,
like
I'll shit anywhere.
yeah, same here.
Yeah.
You fucking drink anything as well.
Yeah.
That okay. We tried to unpick the logic of it. You mentioned rugby.
Yeah.
I imagine there was some match that happened then.
First of all, how long did you play rugby for?
Oh, years, over a decade.
Jeez. Did
What,
you ever get any mad injuries? Because I feel like with rugby players, they're all
I'm
like,
still, it's shoulder, back,
Yeah.
knee.
oof.
So, and it's like you don't realise it until like 3 days afterwards. And it is there's one I've had it when my arm I cracked my I think my AC joint there. My shoulders are just
Yeah,
gone.
just
I've got to be
done in.
real
Yeah, they look shit
careful
to be
now.
fair.
Every rugby player I've ever met is
Yeah.
just like a walking sort of injury.
Yeah, because it's
Everything is
just
done.
impact. You just constantly, even when because you can wear shoulder pads, but then what I found wearing shoulder pads is I couldn't tell how hard I was hitting someone, so I took them off because like you
want to feel it.
you want to hit them.
What were you, a prop?
Yeah, proper second row.
Yeah, I feel like that would be your best position.
You have no idea what you're talking about, do you?
Yeah, I do.
I swear to God, when you said prop, I was like, is that a racial thing? I had no idea. I had no idea about rugby at all, so I was like, okay.
Because here's what's interesting, because I think we're slightly similar in that sense, which is that,
Couple of alphas.
yeah, we are proper alphas, quite intimidating when we're walking in public, and quite light on our feet, actually. people don't know that about you, that you're
Eshaan is actually very light on his feet.
you're a musical theatre boy, aren't you?
I am.
Really?
Yeah,
That-
that is my training, musical theatre. I did West End for years. I taught at Pineapple Dance Studios for like 10 years.
No way.
Is it? Peel back the layers.
Couple of light on their feet.
Yeah,
lads
peel back the
over
layers.
here.
There's a little white lady bitch there.
How old were you when you was doing all that?
Oh, God,
how long ago?
this was from maybe 18 until, oh, God, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So relatively recently.
So what was the Pineapple Dance Studio? Was that sort of, what kind of dance was it? Or what were you-
street dance,
Street
hip-hop,
dance.
contemporary.
I mean, it's also not very nice to send you somewhere called Pineapple Dance Studios, is it?
What's that?
It's not very nice sending you somewhere called Pineapple Dance Studios, is it?
It was already called that before. I actually don't know why it's called
I
that.
don't know why it's called that either, yeah. It's Pineapple Dance.
You go on a cruise ship, that means something completely different.
It's funny because they're... So here's what's interesting, and this is why I think we bonded, is like, I feel like you being in musical theatre
Yeah.
and like rugby is a very white sport in the UK. You've been in places
Depends on where you go. That's the
Really?
thing. Yeah. It very much depends on where you go.
I thought it was mad white.
I would not want to
It's-
face like an all
Well,
black.
so you've
You would
got...
want to face like an all black, actually all black.
Yeah.
Not New
Yeah,
Zealand.
yeah, not New Zealand.
Well, that's the thing. So New Zealand, rugby is religion.
It's
Where-
based in a former pineapple warehouse.
Ah, there you go.
Oh,
Is that why? A pineapple warehouse.
What year
Oh,
was- what
how
year was
nice.
that?
A former colonial factory.
Again, with the you're really nailing it with the coffee. The quotes and the coffee.
I forgot what we were saying. What were we saying?
Black people do it.
Black people doing rugby.
Yeah.
So historically, rugby was very much because you think you got rugby league, you got rugby union.
Yes.
So rugby league was very much.
That's the stop-start one, right?
It's very much sort of the north of the country playing rugby league.
Yeah.
And then you've got rugby union, which was very much southern, but it was always, you'd think mostly private schools, places like that would be the ones. So that's why it's predominantly white guys. But then you get sort of, when you go down into the counties, and like, so I grew up, our team was originally in Tottenham, which is predominantly, even like it was
Jewish.
very, it was very, very mixed, our club. We had a load of black guys, a load of South Africans used to come over and play. So it is a lot more mixed. But
As in white or black South Africans?
both.
All right.
Both would come over and play. And they loved it because the ground's
Same
softer
team?
over here. Yeah.
Same side.
Same side. Not all of them. They go to different places. There weren't like only 8 South Africans in the whole London.
He's setting up. He's trying to work for that.
I'm not having it. I'm not letting them doing it.
I'm just asking questions.
So when they're segregated, so
Yeah.
I'll just wait. It's just some
Oh,
Decent
it was-
rugby.
well, that's the thing. So rugby doesn't sort of know that level of segregation you might see in other sports.
Right.
Like no one, it doesn't matter what you do. If you play rugby, that's it. No one
Yeah.
cares about anything else.
Yeah.
There was literally, I remember there was
Yeah,
one
true.
player, I've forgotten his name actually, but there was a journalist that found out that he was gay. So tried to blackmail him, was like, if you don't give me money,
So-
I'm gonna tell everyone that you're gay.
A
And this
journalist
rugby-
found out he was gay.
found
No.
out the journalist found out the rugby player was gay.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't talking to himself in the mirror. Sitting there going, I know about you.
Oh, you
And
found
if
out
you
you're
don't
gay.
give me your money. Yeah, the journalist found out the rugby player was gay
Yes, gotcha.
and tried to blackmail him, saying, like, give me money or I'm going to out you.
Yeah.
So the rugby player just like, hey, everyone, I'm gay. And they went, so? Like, let's play.
Yeah.
Like, no one
Yeah.
cares.
Right.
So, and that's the thing. That's why things like cheating is so frowned upon. Like when the guy had the blood capsule, everyone lost their shit because they were like, we don't do this crap.
So what guy had
in-
blood capsule?
Yeah,
There
what's
was-
this
so-
WWE?
So yeah, he had a blood capsule in his mouth. So it was getting towards the end of the game, and they needed more time to rest. So he bit into a blood capsule. So they had to stop the game,
Yeah.
which gave the team a bit more time to rest him to cut because they had no more subs. So then he could come off.
Right,
Someone else
blood
could come
capsule.
on with fresh legs.
That's pretty genius.
Oh,
Yeah,
blood capsules
but,
make
yeah,
it
but
like-
we don't do even when we laugh at football players when they fall over.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
And you watch a referee when you the rare times you see a rugby player like dive and pretend it's injured, I've seen referees just going, get the fuck up, mate. Like this.
Yeah,
Carry
yeah.
on. I'll penalise you if you do that
Yeah,
again.
the respect thing in rugby is a big deal. There's
Oh,
loads of
you
videos.
do not. If you scream at a ref, you're off. It's that simple.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's There's no, because, and plus, you being penalised, it's not like you get a yellow card and then you carry on the game.
Yeah.
If you get a yellow card in rugby, you're off for 10 minutes. So now your team have got to play with
Sin bin,
14 instead of 15, which can be a big
Oh, is
advantage.
that how it works? You actually come off.
But also, as well, you'll get pushed back 10 metres.
Yeah.
Or 10 yards, and it will be, you'll do something and he'll push the whole team back. You keep talking, he'll push you back again until your players are like, just shut up. Let's play the game. Like, it's very, very,
yeah. Have you ever, you ever play in Wales? Because I know rugby in Wales is like, you can't gig in Wales. Literally, I've had gigs at like the Glee, and they go, the rugby's on, so we're gonna have to like.
Yeah, but then in Cardiff,
rugby again out there in Wales, it's like religion.
It's mad. It's wild. Just avoid Wales when you're trying to do a show.
I've met people, they're like from Wales, like, oh, you're a rugby fan? They're like, no. And everyone's like,
it's so weird.
Yeah.
But then, so what I was asking when talking about rugby and musical theatre and stuff, you've been in spaces where, not that you're going to feel shame because you're doing it, but do your peers, like, you don't see very often black people doing musical theatre.
Have you seen Hamilton?
I was going to say now.
Hamilton, yeah, sure. Hamilton, sure.
Now it's
Little
like,
Shop of Horrors.
When you're turning up to like Pineapple Studios, I can't imagine.
No, because Pineapple Studios is all dance, so it's all different levels of dance. So
and again, that world is very, very mixed because you're talking about singers now. Like how many, not even just like black singers, just it's one of those things where it's
Emmanuel. Eshaan thinks it's 1932.
I think he does.
He's just surprised that there's like it's. I like it. He's like a dance studio. It's mixed. Of course it is. It's a dance studio. It's full of all types of people. You're acting like it's wild that there's like...
You look really shocked that this sort of stuff is mixed.
Yeah, I am.
You did dance yourself.
With other brown people.
Yeah, that is true. You did a very specific brown person type. In fact, was there any black people in there when you did sort of Bollywood dancing?
No.
So.
Do you know I've been in a Bollywood film?
What?
Yeah. I assistant...
Let me guess, you played the villain?
No, I was the assistant choreographer on a Bollywood film.
You was the assistant choreographer on a Bollywood film?
It is so the film is called Savaji the Boss, and there's a scene in it, because you say like you don't get anyone else doing Bollywood films. What they wanted for this scene, because they shot it in Spain. So we did Barcelona, we did Madrid, we did Bilbao, and they literally wanted, they had 20 white dancers, 20 black dancers for the contrast of the scene. And I assisted the choreographer and I did all the auditions and getting the dance together. So you'll see us in a Bollywood film. And I managed to keep out of it. And there was one scene where I sit behind the guy and then just
all that shit.
Lean at the back. And then it's very quick, but you'll see the choreography that I did.
Savaji the Boss.
Savaji the Boss.
So
I want to look that up.
It sounds like you were really successful in your sort of choreography dance days. What made you get into stand-up?
Well, so what happened was we had a kid.
Yeah.
And kids ruin everything.
Yeah.
Like your dreams.
They do. They do.
So when we had our first, at that point I was like, right, I need a full-time job. I didn't want that kid growing up with any sort of instability that I felt when I was a kid.
Just to interrupt you there, nobody says that and then goes, I'm going to do comedy.
No. So this thing, also, so I worked full time. This is when Eshaan and I met. So I was working in IT.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't.
Eshaan was...
Eshaan was actually a bouncer.
This was what was quite nice. So I'm in IT. Eshaan's working he was in banking at the day. He was at HSBC.
But you two met before comedy?
So we met at the start of we both started at the same time.
Yeah.
And we're in this open mic night, and everyone else is sort of just like die-hard open micers, whereas we're working full time.
Yeah.
So then all of them finish, go, I might go and get a lime cordial if I can put my change together. And we're like, should we go out for a meal? Like, look at it, it's like, let's go over here.
Yeah.
Go for a nice sit-down
We've
meal.
actually got jobs, so we can afford this.
It was like that. So I got working I was working in IT. And I'd quit entertainment completely. I was like, I'm not doing theatre anymore. And I was quite happy to do that because, again, like of all the stuff that I'd done, I felt like I'd achieved everything that I wanted to do. And that chapter was closed. And then a friend of mine got given a stand-up comedy course for her birthday. and I went to watch their graduation.
Oh God!
What course was it? Do you know?
I have not a clue. It's at the comedy pub in London.
All right. Okay.
And it wasn't a Mike Manera one, was it?
Did he have a comedy course?
I got no idea who it was.
Can I just say, comedy courses? I know people who do them. Some of them are great. But the final end performance thing is one of the biggest scams ever.
Right. Let me tell you my issue with comedy courses. And I said this to a person then, it got very, very awkward because they asked me what I thought about it, about the whole setup. And I'm now watching this as a performer, as a choreographer. And I was like, I know what a show's meant to look like and meant to feel like, regardless of the art.
That's interesting.
That wasn't it. I wasn't captivated in any way. I was like, I hated every part of that.
Yeah, but you're coming from a big grand production.
Yeah.
You're in some dingy pub with one line.
But that's the thing. But I've done big productions. I've done small productions. So the essence of a show should feel the same. Like it should feel like you're really connected and part of it.
That's interesting. I never thought of it like that. Because what your background is, looking at a gig.
But you love aesthetics. That's your whole thing. Your whole vibe. Your whole vibe is aesthetics. I thought that's what you ever cared
about. But the thing is, though, the aesthetics doesn't have to be massive.
Yeah.
It just has to be right. And that's the thing.
Darren.
If you can get that, well, once you've got that, like you've got people. So I was talking to this guy about it because it's not like I just brought it up. So excuse me, that was crap. Yeah. Like, they asked me first. Yeah. He asked me what I thought because I was talking to one of the comics, and I was saying to him, look, there's something that I got taught from a young age. Our teacher used to tell us, and that's I can't teach you how to dance. I can teach you choreography, but the dance is you. Yeah. I can't teach that. And I was like, it's exactly the same with comedy. You can teach someone how to write a joke, but I can't make you funny.
Yeah, Darren.
That's he's been waiting for that, isn't he?
I know.
I was like, that's a you part.
I think there's one more in him.
I was like, you can't, like, I was like, these guys have been taught that. So if there's any blame on this, it's the teacher. I was like, how comes you're here? And he goes, I'm the teacher. I was like, this is awkward, isn't it? But I'd had a drink now, so I was like, I don't really give a shit. And plus, I'm not in this world anymore.
What was it a drink of? What was it a drink of?
You wanted to be like brandy or Cavossi or something like that, didn't you? No, it wasn't. It was Guinness, which even still.
It was still.
This is the part of the black stuff.
Yeah.
And then
it's red stripe.
Got chatting to these. Just heard it.
Better than 3-day-old.
Anything, much better than 3-day. I got home and I drank my piss. But then I got chatting to them and they were like, do you think you could do it? I was like, yeah, I think I could do it. Like, I understand performing.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching stand-up, like watching, we recite Eddie Murphy, Delirious.
Yeah,
that was a staple of most homes back in the day.
Yeah.
All of those. And
never seen it.
Of course you haven't.
Does not hold up.
Not for you.
At the time, it's great.
At the time, it's great. You can't watch it with today eyes.
But it does not hold up. Yeah.
Only part of it, I'd say.
His performance does.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, you're like...
The content, you couldn't do that now.
It's one of those... with stand-up,
my street.
It's one of those stand-up comedy specials where you go, if you put the subtitles on, turn the sound off, how would it read?
Yeah.
And it...
Really? And we're talking from line one. Not even like, 10 minutes in, it gets a bit dicey. Literally, walk up, fence.
Yeah,
great.
You couldn't do.
Sounds great.
But you couldn't do that now. Like he talks about catching AIDS by kissing someone who's got AIDS. Like, but again,
this was in the height of the AIDS. This was like topical.
But the thing is,
but it doesn't hold up.
What you've got to remember about that is at that point, that was the news and the science that was given to people that if someone's got AIDS and you kiss them, you'll catch AIDS. Yeah. So that was scientific fact at that point. Yeah. But you watch it back through now eyes and you're like, oh, this is bad.
Maybe wait a little bit and see how this pans out.
Well, I mean, I learned something just now, so that's interesting.
And then, so I ended up signing up to do this open mic night. Yeah. And it was Dirty Dicks, Liverpool Street.
Yeah, Dirty Dicks. Hold on. Let me finish.
That's somewhere you could get
Dirty
AIDS.
Dicks, was that the one? That was very funny.
Thank you.
Fair. Dirty Dicks, was that the one where you had to page play?
Well, to get a video, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, get a video. Oh, I'm on about Lions Den, aren't I? That was the one. That was around when I started.
Pay to play. I know Lions Den one. And when I got tired, I was like, I'm not coming down to do that.
I actually came from Birmingham on a coach and did it in 2009.
Yeah, so Dirty Dicks.
Yeah. Yes, we did Dirty Dicks. And from that first bit of laughter, I was like, oh, this is me. Like it felt like everything I'd ever done now made sense.
Can I say, because of your sort of theatre performance background, when you had laughter on stage performing then, what was the difference? Because obviously, what was the difference?
So the difference, when you do it in a theatre production, for example, they're not my words and my stage direction.
Yeah.
So the laughter is good writing and good execution of that writing.
Yeah.
But it's not personal. This is why I love the Fringe so much. Like everyone was when we did the Fringe last year was like, I want to go home. Like 10 days in, they were like, I'm done with this. Whereas I'm like, I did 2 years of someone else's show, 8 shows a week. So doing an hour of my own show, I was like, this is a dream. And I really, really enjoyed it. Because they're your words, it's your experiences, and they're things that you think are funny that other people are going, we think is funny too.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I mean, I'm sitting in the company of 2 Edinburgh comedy newcomer nominees.
Oh, yeah. Newcomers. I know. Come on. Look at us.
The second and third Black British nominees.
Indeed. Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, Dane's first.
Dane first.
Dane got Dane's first, and then it was, me.
You.
And me and Kwame at the same time, if I remember correctly.
So fourth, you're fourth.
Me and Kwame.
So you're the 4th best Black comic.
Actually, no. Actually, I've got to jump back in. I think didn't Adewale get nominated as well for doing
We're just things though. It's not like it's a rank because it weren't all in the same year. Can we just put that out there?
I mean, look, if we're talking technically, I mean, Richard Ayoade as a part of the Lee Mack was nominated for best.
So you're not
show,
even in the top 10 of Black British comics.
But if we're talking full Black,
you've gone from different categories here because you've gone first people to do stuff, also, and then top 10.
If we're saying Black British, are we saying Black British comics who were born and sort of raised here? Because then we have to put in like Reginald D. Hunter as well because he is technically British.
Okay, so you're 12th.
12th. We've got them right down.
Yeah,
I'm just stop talking. What's happened?
I'm kicking myself out. It's getting worse for me.
Shame is delicious.
How many times have you done Fringe?
4.
4 solo shows.
4 solo shows.
This is my 4th solo coming up.
How many times have you been nominated?
0.
Oh, okay.
Time to do some plugs, guys.
Because I did 1 for 1. Just
you're 1 for 1. Yeah, I'm 2 for 3. Hey, plugs, guys. Oh, God. Suddenly, I feel great.
I feel really good.
I feel really good about myself. You can catch the Roadman tour. I'll be at the Edinburgh Fringe for the entire month. And then I'm on tour from the 15th of September all over the beautiful country. So please buy your tickets. Come and show your support for your boy, Eshaan.
They've announced that Sex Education on Netflix is coming out on the 21st of September.
I saw the trailer. You're not in it. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You are still a part of the show.
I did the ADRs the other day. Saw myself on the show. Fantastic work.
Why are you not in the trailers?
No one knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah, no, but you're like you just walk in there with your tracksuit on, like the principal.
Well, that's, it'll come.
Are you excited for this to come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
It's going to be big. It's going to be huge for you,
Yeah.
man. It's going to be
It'll
absolutely
be really, really good. I mean, did I really want Edinburgh comedy nominations instead of this? No. So what's that?
Oh, come on. You want to half sell out Stoke-on-Trent?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, why not?
Come on. Join the club.
I'm also on tour with Kay Kurd in the autumn, so go to kkurd.com and follow me on all the socials.
Emmanuel, what you got?
I'm back up at the Edinburgh Fringe this year with my new show, Curriculum Vitae, which is at Bristol Square Dairy Room there all month. Last year sold out, so make sure you grab your tickets early for this year. Very, very looking forward to being back. And then, next year I'll be touring this show as well.
Jeez, I didn't know you was going up.
What's your socials?
It's Emmanuel Stand Up on everything. EMMANUEL. Stand Up on absolutely everything. So, come and follow me. It's
how
a lot
you
of fun.
How you spelling stand up?
I can't help you with that. I can't.
Everybody give Emmanuel your follow, post. I've seen you post a few stand-up clips and whatnot on there, innit? He's posting quite a lot of videos. So do give him a follow and do support him in Edinburgh. Looks like there'll be a couple of us.
What time's your show?
6:10.
What time's your show?
7:40 p.m.
So you can watch both.
Come on, you can do both. You can have a real black evening,
real BLM evening. Yeah, real.
He's waiting for
laughter matters.
Black laughter matters.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious.
Yeah, give us all a follow on social media. That's the whole point, you know. You can catch me on Threads. I thread now. I'm just threading every day.
I think I've done maybe 3 threads.
I mean, I'm addicted to it. I'm obsessed with Threads.
Why do you like Threads so much?
Because so I was on Twitter And
it wasn't working. It wasn't working out for you.
I crashed out. I crashed out.
What do you mean you crashed out?
What I mean by that is, so I joined Twitter when everybody else did. What was it, like 2011 or something like that? Yeah, I was on Twitter, and then I put some tweets out, but then I don't know why I just got in my head about tweeting, and I stopped tweeting for about 5 years.
Right.
And then when you try and come back to Twitter and try and tweet, Twitter says, "I thought you died."
Right.
So it wasn't happening. I'd tweet and nobody cared, so I just stopped. And then I paid for Twitter because I was like, oh, you know what, man? I'm going to pay for Twitter and see if this kind of helps me. Because in my head, I was like, if you pay for Twitter, Elon is going to push everything. It still crashed out. So I deleted it. And then, like a month later, out the blue, Fred's pops up.
Out of the Twitter blue.
Hey, come on. An old Zuck baby, or as I call him, the Zaddy. He made Fred's. And I tell you, Fred's for me, as a guy who crashed out on Twitter, deleted Twitter, Twitter was just a bit too wild and crazy for me. I feel like I've been in a witness protection program, and I'm like, oh, I've got a new lease on life, and I am Fredding like it's going out of fashion. Now, my only problem with Freds is nobody reposts anything because people just. It's not like Twitter where you know to retweet. No one shares stuff on it. Also, there's no sort of like trending or anything like that. There's no hashtags. So you don't really know how to grow.
Yeah.
At the minute.
How many followers have you got on there at the moment?
I don't know. I think I've probably got about 1,500 from my Instagram.
Yeah, I'm about the same, and no one cares. I've done like 3 tweets.
But here's what I'm telling everybody: use Freds because Zaddy, he's going to do everything he can to make sure that it becomes a thriving, busy sort of site. So you know, like YouTube when YouTube first came out, and everybody was making loads of money, and their clips were going viral all the time because they wanted to push it. Twitter did the same. Instagram did the same. TikTok. Freds is going to do the same, and it's going to happen very soon. The next 3 months of Freds, they're going to be adding so much more new stuff to it, like hashtags and trending and scheduled posts and all saved drafts and all that sort of stuff that you need.
Shouldn't they have done that already?
You'd think so, but because there's a lot of things missing on there, man, and you can't follow people. You can't see what people have posted that you follow.
Yeah. No, but you know, just having worked in IT development cycles, you know, you got. I think Zuckerberg just launched it to like. Get one over.
But he's got everything,
and then get the development cycle.
He literally copied reels from. I think he copied it from Instagram to put on from TikTok, put on Instagram. Brought WhatsApp.
He did this Snapchat. He took it from that kind of. That's where stories came from, wasn't it?
That's the one. Yeah, he's a genius. So guys,
genius. It's pronounced thief. But let's just go and steal. Let's just go and steal stuff that's other people's and make it look like it's ours. Where have I heard that before?
Oh, who knows?
I don't know. I would say it was the white man stealing rock and roll.
I was just going to go straight up colonialism.
Oh, okay. See, I went like 60 years ago. You guys went 400. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, they're all the same.
Yeah, because the blues came out of slave songs.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Okay, cool. Freds. It is. Are you not on Freds?
I'm on Threads. I just checked. I've got 1,174 followers.
Well, you better get threading, baby.
I need to get threading.
I don't know what to thread.
Get your thread count up.
I see what you did there.
God.
What?
Alice is taking her headphones off.
That's a good one.
Alice is taking her headphones off.
Alice nearly puked in her own mouth then. For a second.
No, that was earlier.
Do you know what? I'm gonna thread right now.
Oh, Fred, guys!
For your information, you were joint 4th black nominee for newcomer. You were 8th.
Jeez,
was I?
Joint 4th.
Yeah, so Hannibal Buress, Matt Akini, Dane Baptiste, Darren and Kwame same year. Then Michael Adewale and Sophie Duker same year.
Yes, Sophie
and then
Duker,
Emmanuel last year.
Yeah, so
and if we're talking about best shows, it was just.
I only looked at nominees.
I think it's just me.
But we can take out Buress and Matt O'Keen because they're not British.
Okay, yeah. So I'm joint second.
I'm gonna thread. You're not threading.
I'm threading, dude.
Are they taking a picture together?
We're
threading, dude.
So you know how there's black Twitter? Will there be like a black thread?
Yeah, I think there will be. Yeah.
What's a black thread?
I don't know. Let's pull on it. Thank you.
I was going to say.
I actually don't know what's happening in this section.
We've got to get on Freds, guys. I mean, I'm not.
I don't know why this has turned into an.
I don't want to sound like a shill for Freds, but I just think
you were this enthusiastic about blue tick Twitter, though.
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago.
Yes, and I made a mistake with that because what happened? I'll tell you what fucking threw me over the edge with that Twitter when he then went, oh, actually, I'll just give people with a million followers a blue tick anyway, and then it made it very obvious that I was some sort of loser who was still paying for it, and that really pissed me off, Musk.
Yeah, because Musk is into this.
I was not happy about that. Someone's going to tell him.
Okay, because you're a UFC fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Who's winning the fight between Musk and Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg easily.
Why?
Because he's actually trained in jiu-jitsu. He can actually
Have
fight.
you seen the shape of him as well?
I know. He's got
Right,
those...
he
they call them cum gutters, but I don't know what they call them.
Cum gutters. That's great. Also, why would it be that way round? Do you have cum gutters? No. Do you? Are you?
I've got an apple juice carton next to my bed.
Are you a UFC man?
No.
Why would you say it like that? Are you a UFC man? You couldn't sound like a guy who's never watched a sport in his life. Hey, you a boxing man?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's like me going up to you and going, oh, you're a cricket man. Like, what does that mean?
I think that's a fun question.
Are you a UFC man?
No, I don't like it. I think it's too violent.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's actually quite.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So, we're threading, dude.
We're getting our thread count up.
Yeah.
He says it's the future, and I believe him. Can't wait to hashtag.
Woo! Fred.
Did you see what happened here, right?
Fred. Everybody.
Fred. You're not doing it.
What happened was, when we started this podcast, Emmanuel and I were closer friends than Darren and Emmanuel were.
Oh, look at this guy.
By the
hating.
end, right?
Hating.
The black power came together, and it was like a solidarity of black men.
I'm glad you said black, not what you normally say, but carry on.
What do I normally
We've
say?
got the voice notes.
Yeah.
You're talking to two witnesses here.
Yeah, they've got
We've got the
voice
evidence.
Yeah.
Hey, you're just jealous because you on Twitter, I'm sure you're still there with your fucking edgelord there on Twitter yelling at... Because the amount of people, have you heard this? The amount of people who've come up to me and gone, Eshaan is right wing, isn't he? I go, no, he's just a fool. So many people have said that because they go...
Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Who said that to you?
Honestly,
I'll tell you who said it. Wet liberals. That's who said it. Wet cuck liberals. Yeah?
Hi, I'm Eshaan. I like to prove people's points.
You can't take a fucking joke. They're too busy dyeing their hair of different colours. Happy?
I mean, one of them did have sort of blue hair.
One of them did.
Yeah, one of them did have sort of dyed hair. Yeah,
So now that you two are best friends,
You're upset about that, aren't you?
where's the cookout?
He's your friend.
I disowned him. I like it. He said cookout like we're black Americans.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the cookout?
Well, I can't say barbecue, surely.
Why? We like a barbecue.
Yeah, that sounds more racist than the cookout.
How? That one's more racist.
What, cookout?
Yeah.
Then barbecue?
Yeah.
Way more racist.
No. I think it's...
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because let's go. Here's a stereotype. Because how many people barbecue? But when you say cookout, you immediately think of a certain type.
Yeah,
you
but
do.
it's better food in a cookout than a barbecue.
Well, that's because white people have colonised barbecue.
There you go. White people have spoiled barbecues and they've put vegan patties on them fucking things.
We've got full circle now. We've got full
We're
circle.
going right the way around.
So
This is
can a
great.
patty be vegan?
No.
Why? Because again, a patty isn't meat. It's
Because
just
we're
a
meant
thing.
to eat meat.
Because we're meant to eat meat. What?
He said, can a patty be vegan?
Yeah.
I said, no, because we're meant to eat meat.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Fun enough, what you're seeing here now is actually what happens at Eshaan shows.
Oh yeah. What you just saw was his closer.
Oh yeah, that was
And that's a callback as well. So there's more of that in the show.
there's more of that. Check me out on tour next year, eshaanakbar.com.
Well, Emmanuel, this has been great. I'll be honest with you, it's been one of the weirder sort of guest podcasts in a good way, in a very good way. I think what's happened
Why do you
is
describe it as weird then?
no, because obviously you two came into this as sort of best palsy wowsies, and
I
now
drank my own piss.
you drank his own piss,
Yeah.
and now I feel like we've both decided that we just don't like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's adding who to the WhatsApp group?
I'm already going to be a part of it. We've exchanged numbers. We've already threaded together.
Yeah.
With a picture as well. So
Doesn't get a lot closer than that.
I'm going to share that. And my 1,500 people or so who pay attention, the 5 who reply, they're going to see it.
Do you know what? From now on, if you post, I'm sharing it. I'm just going to start reposting now. We'll start kicking in our own algorithms.
Let's normalise reposting each other's stuff.
So actually, you two are really going to bond on like meal plans and stuff.
Do you know the funny thing is, right? So we joke about that. I had this idea a little while ago that didn't catch on at all. And it's one of the problems within the industry of what we do. Because if you get, all you really need is 10 people to share anything and it will start to kick in. And I thought there's so many comedians that get on that if I put something up, like if I see you put something up, I'll share it because each one's a friend. And I did this whole thing of show off your friends. And no other comic did anything.
Well, I will share because I share people's stuff even though I don't even watch it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll share it because I know that means more than whatever. But I remember years ago, I think Adam Rowe was one of those people who would message people.
He still does.
And does he still do it now? He would message people and say, oh, can you share this for me? And he would do it in groups and he would just message people and he could share it. And more comics should do it. More comics. The thing is, a lot of comics, they get too in themselves about asking people to, can you share? Can you help me share this? And they shouldn't be like that because, we should.
It's like they think you're going to lose like you're going to lose tickets. You're not. No. None of that's going to happen. So if it comes up, like we're gonna kick in that algorithm. We're going to share.
Start threading, dude.
Are you going to share my stuff?
If you thread, we'll do it.
Also, Thread is a nice place. So
Wait till I join.
What happens if you put some horrible shit on Threads? Because I've never done that yet.
I mean, I feel
Should I do it now?
I feel like it's okay. It's not terrible. It's just like, it's not like Twitter, where Twitter was just this crazy sort of hatred of...
it will become that.
It will become that, but right now, dude, it's Disneyland. Have a good time. Get on the ride. Splash yourself. Eat some candy.
If it's Disneyland right now, I'm going to Robert Jenrick that shit and paint all over it.
Thanks for listening to Shame is Delicious. What a great ending.
What a lovely ending, some would say.
Thank you so much for listening. Give us 5 stars.
Emmanuel, thank you for doing the podcast. Do give him a follow. Emmanuel Stand Up.
Emmanuel Stand Up.
Emmanuel Stand Up.
Stand Up spelled STANDUP.
Please give us a 5-star review. Keep sharing and liking the podcast. And
follow us on Threads.
Catch us on Threads, y'all.
Emmanuel's my favourite black person.
The fuck?
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious.